In today's video, I'm going to speak about how to make your CV stand out. This video is very important because when you go for a job, employers will be faced with a lot of CVs, and if yours doesn't stand out, they'll quickly look away and read the next one. So when you look at the start of a CV, how does it usually look? Well, most people, after their name and contact details, go straight into their education. They might break down their degrees and speak about their grades and where they studied, all the basic stuff that you typically see. You see this on a CV, the way it's formatted, it's okay, but it's a bit like watching the England football team play. It's very boring, it's safe, it's quite predictable, and one way of making your CV stand out a little bit more is by having a personal profile. This is a step in the right direction, but what you typically see in a personal profile is something like this. Straight away you're thinking this is very wordy, there's a lot to go through here, and as you read through it, you can see that a lot of words are very generic and actually don't mean anything. This is all basic stuff that every candidate should have. What you really need to speak about is your skill set and your qualifications, and you need to quantify that really well. If you just say something like, I have excellent skills in this, that's not enough. You need to actually speak about the specific skill that you have, the exact qualification that you have. If you just include a load of generic sentences which don't really mean anything, it's not a great personal profile. So my next question is, how should it look? What should go into your personal profile? And I'll give you an example of how I would do it by looking at a job at Swansea City, working as a lead academy physical development coach. And don't worry about the job. Think about any job. What you need to do is go into the advert, look at the criteria, and highlight some areas which you feel are very important and should go within your personal profile. So for example, education is one. This job wants a master's. I will make sure I speak about my master's in my personal profile now. Second one is accreditation, certificates, anything like this. Again, if they want this in the desirable category and I have it, I have to speak about it. And finally, level of experience. Each job will have this. They'll say 6 months experience, 2 years, 5 years, whatever it is. This one is 3 to 5 years. If I have more than that, I will speak about that. Okay, so I thought about that. I've put it into my personal profile now. And as you can see, it's a lot more specific now. All these key areas. I've spoken about my master's, my accreditation, and my level of experience. So have a look at that. And then go to the previous example. As you can see, from looking at both examples now, this is not very good. It's even worse when you look at it on a second take. Okay, so I'm going to finish off now with a few little points. First of all, tailor your personal profile to each job. So don't just write one personal profile and use it for every job that you go for. Secondly, read the job advert in great detail. Many people just skim an advert and chuck an application in. That's not enough. If you really want the job, spend lots of time looking at the advert, looking at the key details of what the employer wants from you. And finally, when it comes to writing that personal profile, just use bullet points. Don't do loads of sentences, don't have 7, 8, 9 lines speaking about yourself with all the generic terms. That won't wash, that won't be good enough. Okay, thank you for watching this video. I highly recommend you watch this video too about how to write a good CV. I do have plenty of videos on my channel about CVs, cover letters, interviews. But if you have any questions, as always, get in touch with me on Instagram @SportsScienceHacks. Okay, thanks for tuning in, and I'll speak to you again soon.